This week's transmission from the Ninth Dimension Arcturian Council was very strong on the idea that March is going to be a very highly energized, highly creative month. And saying that they wanted to let you know that we cannot do it all by ourselves and we are not meant to do it all. So you may be feeling that you are getting pulled in a lot of different ways. Maybe you want to donate to all these causes. Maybe you want to participate in a lot of different protests or causes or boycotts or what have you. There's a lot of energy going towards change right now, and they are saying that the planetary alignments are also in our favor in assisting us with all this energy of creation. Creation being that we are going to be really charged with wanting to create change and to remember again that we can't do it all by ourselves. So remember that you need to focus on what are your greatest talents, what are your greatest skills, what are your gifts, so that you can intentionally focus on the project or the cause that is calling you the loudest, and intentionally and deliberately give your energy in a way that is authentic to you. Okay, so that we aren't burning ourselves out trying to do all the different things, but that you are staying true to what it is you're here to contribute and fulfill on, so that our mission gets accomplished. And by our mission, we have the totality of the mission for humanity and the change on the planet at this time, but we also have our very personal and specific missions to fulfill on. And we can't fulfill on that, either one, if we're trying to plug ourselves in to all the different things. So stay true to what you have to offer, how you choose to express your gifts and your skills, and who you deliberately and intentionally share those gifts and skills with, so that we can fulfill on the greater transformation of the planet. So without further ado, here is the actual transmission and everything that the Arcturians had to share with you this week. Hello, dear ones. Thank you for being here today. As we look out for this March energy update and see what would like to come through for those of you who will be watching this transmission today, we would like to first honor you for being here. And we'd like to acknowledge you for being souls on this planet who are willing to make a difference, not just for yourself, but for those around you and for humanity as a whole. We are very pleased with the interest of listening to these transmissions, and we thank you for the work that you're doing on the planet and for the continued devotion to contacting your heart space in order to provide and contribute to the earth and to those around you in the highest and greatest potential possible for us all. Now, as we look into this month of March, we are seeing that indeed there is still quite a fiery energy. And this fire energy provides everyone with the energy to take greater action, to be inspired. And when we use the word inspired, we like to remind you that you are being literally inspired with the breath of life and the breath of fire that causes you to take action on those things that you feel passionate about. And all of you have certain contributions that you are here to fulfill on. And so when we say that you are perhaps being fueled by this fire, being inspired with to take action with the passion that you are specifically here to contribute to, we mean this in a way that we are going to see in this month of March that fire taking place and building within each of you to go out and create new possibility on the earth plane. And this is going to be expressed in many different ways. So as you can see, or probably have been seeing in your social medias and in your communities a strong desire to come together and create change that is for the good of us all. And there is a strong, strong fire within you all to actually come together and actually do something. So this is not just about talk at this point. This is actually a collaboration, cooperations, a community effort. And so we're very pleased to see this. And the planetary alignments are assisting you in this. Not only are they assisting you in this, it's actually what is in the timeline to occur at this time, to express the passions that you are interested in and taking action to deliberately and intentionally create change for those things that you are passionate about. What's beautiful about this time on the planet is that each of you are here to contribute in a very specific way, as we mentioned earlier, and that each of you have things that you want to touch and change and transform. We cannot do this all alone. No, it is going to take a community effort, and those individualistic passions that each of you hold and carry, that you have seated within your heart, that everything can be taken care of because each one of you has a different interest and a different contribution to make. So we want to remind you that during this time of great fire, great energy, great passion, that you don't have to do it all on your own. We encourage you to look at that which you are most passionate about and have incredible and intentional and deliberate focus on that one thing. So not all of us are meant to be protesting in the streets. Not all of us are meant to be yelling. Not all of us are meant to be marching, so to speak. Some of us are meant to be doing the paperwork. Some of us are meant to be making the speeches. Some of us are meant to be creating the art. Some of us are meant to be channeling information like Yvonne is doing. Some of us are meant to be creating the new infrastructure or the behind the scenes structures to create that which is new. So there are those of you who are very good at expressing through vocalization, through speaking, public speaking, through gathering momentum, through inspiring others to want to follow in your footsteps or to contribute financially to the projects or passions that you are speaking of. And then there are those who are stronger in strength in creating those new structures, who are investing their time in creating the new systems. All of us have a very significant role here on the planet. So this is the message today, is to remember that your significant role is very important, and how you choose to express that is very important and must be executed in the way that feels right for you. So if you try to go out and be something that you are not, you will not fulfill on the mission, because it must be authentic to your true expression. If you are not someone who is meant to be marching and protesting and yelling, and you are someone who is supposed to be behind the scenes creating the new system, so to speak, or the new structures, then it will not go as smoothly for you, or you may not feel inspired to continue in your efforts. It must touch you in your heart, and it must be a passion that you truly feel, that you can express authentically in a way that feels right for you. So please do not look out and say, oh, I should be doing this, I should be doing that. I don't have time to be doing all the things, right? Because we are one person and we work better in community effort. So continue taking a look within yourself about your greatest gifts, your greatest skills, your greatest talents, and use them accordingly so that you are fulfilling on your specific mission in just the way that you should, so that all things get done. Does this make sense to you, dear ones? We cannot do it all. This is the message for you today. You cannot do it all. You must do the things that you are here to do. So take a look, dear, and take a look at what is calling you the loudest, what project, what mission, what system that needs transformation, and how can you go about creating that change with your greatest contribution and the skills that you bring to the table. We are so pleased to see that this is going to be a very magnificent month on the earth plane. Again, because you are being assisted with so much energy to call forth change, to bring forth change, to create change. This is a very strong, creative time. Creation is at its peak this March, which means that anything's possible and that the possibility to create great change is at its peak, just as you are. Everyone is holding within them the energy of strong creation. Thank you for listening to today's message. This has been the Ninth Dimension Arcturian Council. All right, thank you so very much for being here this week. I hope you enjoyed this week's transmission and guidance from the Arcturians, and I look forward to seeing you next week. Bye-bye.